Hi guys, so this quick training video is just in relation to the GDPR, privacy policy, and where is your business registered. So I'll just quickly go through this quick presentation, and again, any questions, please just send me them and I can do them on the live on Friday. So GDPR. The dreaded GDPR, as I would say, the General Data Protection Regulation came into force in May 2018. Now, everyone should know about the GDPR because it was such a huge thing to put in place for every business. So again, that was May 2018. So that was there to protect how you use someone else's data. It comes with financial penalties. So if you don't have a proper GDPR or DPA system in place, you can actually be hit with fines, etc. And in some cases, personal director liabilities, which is something that none of us want, especially if it's your own business. So if you've already got T's and C's in place, when did you last get them reviewed? Because you do need to make sure they are GDPR compliant. So if you have a website, your T's and C's should always be applied here as well. So you may have some products that a customer can purchase via your website. So you need to make sure your T's and C's are clearly visible. So if your client's going in to buy something, they need to know what they're buying from you and what they're actually getting from you. And you need to make sure your information is very, very clear on your website so that no one can come back to you and say, I didn't know what you were talking about, or I didn't know that was the case, because it does happen. And it's so easy to get them put on your website. Whoever does your website for you can just add links. Even on social media posts and things like that, you can have them there, so that people do have easy access. So it is really, really easy to apply. Along with your T's and C's, a privacy policy. Now I'm quite amazed at how many how many people, business owners out there don't actually know what a privacy policy is or how important that actually is. So it basically lets your customers know what type of data you're collecting and what you're actually doing with that data. So it also generally provides information about how you're collecting that, whether it's through a form or cookies on your website. So they also usually outline your policy for storing customer data. A privacy policy is so important. If you go on any random website, there should be a privacy policy on it. I'm amazed at the amount of websites that I've gone into and it's not actually there. And then the very last clause that you see on your T's and C's, if you have them, is where is your registered office? So this is when I work out that business owners have copied them from somewhere else. So if your business is registered in Lanark, for example, or Cumbernauld, where I am, your governing laws, that very last paragraph contained within your T's and C's should be in Scotland. So the reason for that is if you're registered in Scotland, that last clause should say that if you were to go down the route of any potential legal action, you will raise that action in Scotland. Now, I'm quite amazed at the number of T's and C's that have been sent just to review them, and they live in Scotland, but they want to raise action in England. That's just not going to work. Are you going to travel down to England? Should you have to raise a court action? You have to think about the costs, all that kind of thing. So that's when I know that someone has actually copied their T's and C's. So if you have T's and C's in place already, please check that clause. It's usually the very last one on your T's and C's. So just a quick summary. Your GDPR and your DPA must be covered. I know these are quite boring subjects, GDPR and DPA, but they are a legal requirement. Same as your privacy policy, that is a legal requirement on your website. And finally, where is your business registered? So just check that if you have them on your T's and C's. So that's just a wee quick video on the GDPR and DPA and your privacy policy. So please just send me comments as normal, any questions, and I'll answer them for you. Thank you.